The show begins with a young woman named Bom, who is studying drama at her university. She's currently working on a short romantic movie as part of her college project. Bom is the female protagonist in this movie, while her male lead is a guy named Jung. As she reads her script, she's surprised to find out that many kissing scenes have been added without her knowledge. Bom confronts her director Bora about this, but the latter claims to have already notified her about the changes. Having no other option, they begin to film the kissing scene. However, due to her nervousness, the director begins to scold her, saying that the kiss doesn't look natural. Later, as the main leads are practicing their kissing, the assistant director Si-hoon suddenly shows up. Bom is shocked to see him, and she immediately moves away from Jung. Turns out Si-hoon is her boyfriend, and this is why she was hesitant to perform the kissing scene. However, their relationship is a secret because Si-hoon prefers to keep it that way. After the shooting wraps up, Bom worries about what her boyfriend might think about her kissing another guy. She sends him lots of text messages, but he doesn't respond, making her even more worried. That evening, Bom shows up at Si-hoon's apartment to clear things up with him. She explains that there was a sudden change in the script which required her to kiss Jung. Surprisingly, Si-hoon says that he understands and asks her not to worry. He expresses that as long as she's happy in pursuing her passion, he doesn't care about trivial things. Bom is overjoyed to hear this, and she feels lucky to have such an understanding boyfriend. The two then enjoy some romantic time and end up spending the night together. The next day, the movie team gathers at Si-hoon's house for a party. Bom acts as if it's her first time there and asks where the bathroom is. As the night progresses, the group has a lot of fun drinking and enjoying themselves. They start playing a game, during which Bora and Si-hoon start acting very affectionately. One of the team members, Hyung, even asks them if they're secretly dating, which of course upsets Bom. After the party wraps up, Si-hoon is walking Bom home when she suddenly questions him about Bora. He responds that he was merely acting so that other people won't suspect his real affair. He also reassures her that Bora is just a good friend and nothing else. Our girl is still upset, but he hugs her and reassures her that she is the only woman in his life. As he's comforting her, we see an incoming call on his phone from Bora. Days later, Bom arrives for shooting, where Hyung informs her that there's been more changes to the script, with many spicy scenes added. He then discloses that Bora and Si-hoon spent the entire night together and wrote the new scenes. Hearing this, Bom is left completely speechless. Hyung then suspects that there is something going on between the two. He reveals that on the day of the party, Bora went to Si-hoon's bathroom without even asking where it was, as if she'd been there before. He also mentions that when Bora linked her phone to the Bluetooth speaker, it connected automatically. Later, an angry Bom meets with Si-hoon and confronts him about the script he worked on with Bora all night. She scolds him and asks if he's cheating on her. Although taken aback, Si-hoon clarifies that he just gave Bora some suggestions, which she must have incorporated into the script. He then calls her on the speakerphone and abruptly asks if they slept together last night. Stunned, Bora counter-questions and asks him if he's gone crazy. After proving his point, Si-hoon ends the call and asks Bom if she's even properly read the script. Afterwards, she reads the script and learns that there are many sweet moments taken from her and Si-hoon's relationship. This makes her feel embarrassed, so she texts him and apologizes for her outburst. Just then, June approaches her with some good news. He reveals that he asked Bora to revise the script since Bom seemed uncomfortable with spicy scenes. She thanks him and asks if he has a girlfriend, to which he says no. The following day is Bom and Si-hoon's 100th-day anniversary, so she decides to surprise him by dressing up as a teddy bear. She puts on the costume and waits for him on the street. But to her horror, she notices him clinging to Bora, and they seem to be in love. The two then come to her and excitedly start taking pictures. Bom cries and narrates that this is the first time Si-hoon has ever taken a picture with her since they began their relationship. Afterwards, she meets with June and tells him honestly about her relationship with Si-hoon. She also reveals how he's been cheating on her with Bora. Hearing this, June is shocked, but he assures her that if she wants to take revenge, he's willing to help. Bom immediately agrees, and they start devising a plan to make him jealous. The next day, Bom and Si-hoon are spending time together, and she pretends that everything is normal. He then tries to get close to her, but then she says she has to leave for rehearsal. Si-hoon is surprised because it's Saturday, but she explains that she was called in urgently. After she leaves, he calls Bora to ask if they're really rehearsing, and when she confirms it, he breathes a sigh of relief. Later, Bom and June are rehearsing their kissing scene when Si-hoon unexpectedly shows up, but he can't bear to watch, so he eventually leaves. Bom is a bit hesitant and wonders if she's doing the right thing, but June claims that she's the victim here. She feels sad and mentions that she doesn't even have a picture with Si-hoon to prove that they're dating. She then asks why he's helping her, but June gets nervous and doesn't reply. That evening, while BOM is at Si-hoon's house, she gathers the courage to ask him if they can go public with their relationship. However, he gets anxious and tells her that it's not a good idea. He claims that it will create a very bad impression when people find out that an actress is dating their team member. After this, Si-hoon leans forward to kiss her, but she gets irritated and walks away. As BOM is leaving the house, she spots Bora arriving and quickly hides. She then witnesses her boyfriend hugging this woman affectionately. Bora says that BOM is very irritating because she keeps asking to revise the script. She wonders how Si-hoon could date anyone like her. In response, he promises to break up with BOM soon. Hearing all this, our poor heroine is so stunned that she accidentally drops her phone. But before the two can notice, June shows up and quietly hides her phone. He also secretly records the conversation between Bora and Si-hoon. The scene then shifts to a few weeks prior when BOM saw Si-hoon with a jewelry box. She asked him what it was, but he replied that it was just a prop for the drama. He then mentioned that she needed to change her look and suggested tying her hair. Ever since then, BOM started tying her hair all the time, just to make him happy. In the present, BOM looks at Bora and notices that she's wearing a necklace gifted by Si-hoon. She also notices that Bora has her hairstyle the same way as her and realizes that it must be because of Si-hoon. Later, BOM and Si-hoon are hanging out, and she's still pretending that everything is fine. They're continuously interrupted by Bora's calls, which he doesn't pick up. However, when June calls her girl, she immediately answers and begins chatting with him. This obviously makes Si-hoon jealous, but he doesn't react at the moment. Right after the call ends, BOM says that she has to leave for some urgent work. She then lets her hair down, but Si-hoon doesn't like this and says that she's behaving too weirdly. Afterward, Bom and June spend the day together hanging out. They go to a coffee shop and June compliments her, claiming that her hair looks very pretty today. While she's looking outside the window, he takes her picture and sends it to her. BOM feels very shy and begins to blush. Just then, she gets a message from Si-hoon, but June advises her to wait an hour before replying. The next day, Si-hoon sees Bom's new profile picture taken by June. He asks her about the picture and who took it, but she simply replies that it was her friend. When he continues to press the issue, she accuses him of doubting her and angrily leaves. The scene then shifts to the final days of shooting, during which BOM and June kiss very passionately. Bora calls for a cut, but they ignore her and keep on locking lips. This makes Si-hoon very mad, but he can't do anything besides watch helplessly. When Bora stands up and shouts, the two finally stop their act. BOM then asks Si-hoon if her acting was good, and he reluctantly tells her that it was great. Later, BOM remembers the previous night, when she met to meet Si-hoon at his house. She didn't find him there, but instead saw Bora coming out of the bathroom. She questioned why she was there, to which Bora started giving very vague excuses. BOM didn't believe anything she was saying and simply laughed. She then discreetly started recording their conversation for future reference. In the present, June pulls Bom aside and mentions that she went a bit overboard with the earlier scene. He suggests that they should just let Si-hoon be suspicious of them without making it too obvious. However, Bom unexpectedly confesses that she genuinely likes him, which leaves him speechless. That evening, the team goes out to celebrate the successful completion of their film. While drinking, Hyung jokingly asks BOM and June if they're dating because they seem to have real good chemistry. Our hero clarifies that they're just good friends, but Hyung keeps teasing them. Si-hoon then becomes annoyed and announces that BOM is already dating someone else. Everyone is shocked and asks who her boyfriend is, but Bom remains silent and excuses herself to the bathroom. When she comes out, a jealous Si-hoon approaches her, saying that June missed kiss so well that she can't stop herself. She reminds him of his statement that he didn't have a problem with her kissing other guys because it's part of her work. Hearing this, Si-hoon becomes furious and holds her hand aggressively, but she pulls her hand away and says that she wants to break up with him. Following this, she brings out her phone and plays the conversation she had with Bora last night. In a flashback, we see that BOM revealed to Bora about her relationship with Si-hoon. Surprisingly, the director also admitted that she was dating him. She explained that they had started dating a long time ago, and had a brief breakup, which was when BOM entered the picture. Our girl then questioned Bora if she didn't find the whole thing wrong. However, the director simply told her to stay away from their relationship, and then everything would be fine. In the present, Si-hoon listens to the conversation and then vehemently denies it. He says that he suffered a lot after the breakup with Bora, and that he would never go back to someone like her. He asserts that Bora is talking nonsense, and that the only reason he didn't tell this to Bomb is that because she's too moody. In response, she plays another recording in which he was talking badly about her. Hearing this, he gets angry and deletes the recording, saying she should have come to him to clear up the misunderstanding since he is her boyfriend. But BOM claims that she doesn't care anymore, and that she wants to break up with him now. He tries to stop her and accuses her of cheating, but she tells him that he doesn't have any evidence that they were even dating in the first place. As BOM storms off, she comes across Bora, who's overheard the entire conversation. BOM then suggests she reflect on Si-hoon's words and make a wise decision. She then returns to the table where she shakes Jung's hand and leads him away. The two then sit alone outside, where BOM tells him everything that happened. Jung congratulates her on their breakup, and they toast with a beer. After a while, she suddenly gets sad and says that from now on they will have to go their separate ways because the drama is over. Jung is also upset to realize this and remains silent. Days later, Si-hoon watches their short movie and praises Bora for her work. She thanks him and proceeds to leave, but he stops her. He confesses that he broke up with BOM for her and asks her to be with him. However, Bora recalls what he said about her to Bomb and refuses his advances. She returns the necklace he gave her and tells him not to contact her again. In the final scene, Jung reads a gossip post on their college forum about a student who is dating two girls at the same time. He quickly figures out who it is and shares it with BOM and Jung, who have now become a couple.